Example 2, using the square root property. Note that this equation is already in a form that is ready for the square root property. We have the x squared term on the left side, and we have our constant on the right side. So whenever you have these terms on opposite sides, you can apply the square root property. To do that, all you need to do is take the square root of both sides. That is what we call the square root principle. Because remember, the rules for equations are whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. Now we can clearly see that the square root of x squared is x. But what is the square root of negative 25? Recall from previous course what the square root of negative 25 is? Well, it certainly is not a real number, because there is no number that if you were to multiply it twice that will give you negative 25. So it is not a real number. It is an imaginary number. So we would go ahead and solve that, and x would equal plus or minus 5i. So remember, when you take the square root, you use the square root principle. On the right side, it is going to be plus or minus whatever that root equals. And in this case, the square root of negative 25 equals 5i. So x equals plus or minus 5i.